In discussing international banking, we're going to make 3 stops. Our first stop is going to be in London, United Kingdom, to look at the Bank of England. From there, we'll head to New York and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And lastly, we'll make a stop in the Cayman Islands, which is a British overseas territory. Beginning first in London, we're not going to look at Parliament. We're going to go past that to Tower Bridge. And not far from Tower Bridge, we find the Bank of England. It's this beautiful, impressive looking building. Now, a lot of history in the Bank of England. As a bank, it's been around since the 17th century. And it has a very clear mission on its website. The Bank of England is the UK's central bank. Our mission is to deliver monetary policy and financial stability to the British people. Okay, now this, as I said, it was established in 1694. It is owned by the government, but we set monetary policy independently. That's a key thing, because if you get looking at the Fed in the U.S., it's not, well, I'm not so sure about that. Let's go to New York and find out.
So, just took a tour of the New York Fed. Right here where all the gold is. We went down to the vault. We saw how many, I think it was 6,000 tons of gold. We didn't see it all. We didn't take any souvenirs, except what did we get? Shredded money we got somewhere in here in my pocket. Oh, you know what? It's in this pocket right here. So this was our souvenir, shredded money. But here's the thing about the Fed, created in 1913. The tour guide didn't say anything about the Monster from Jekyll Island, which is a book that we'll have to talk about some other time. That was how the Fed was actually created. But in 1978 is when they changed the dual mandate, which is not only to control the money supply, but to control unemployment, or to control employment, depending on how you want to look at it. That dual purpose of the Fed, I believe, is not really a possibility, because we're talking about a bank. And banks really should not be controlling jobs. I think that we got some real issues there. They've overextended their mandate, which they sit around here saying, oh, this is our mandate, but really, should it be? That's a whole nother question. So anyway, I just want to talk about the Federal Reserve, because we're here in New York, just toward the gold, and thanks.
Ready to go back. I'm here to lecture.
See, what's the name of that bank here? First Caribbean International Bank. Here we are in the...
Not that you can see it.
You see the First Caribbean International Bank?
Not really.
All right, well, nonetheless, we're in the Cayman Islands, and we're here to talk about banking, because the Cayman Islands are famous for banking. In fact, this is clearly one of the first world islands compared to, you know, Jamaica and St. Lucia and Barbados, St. Kitts, and all these others. Why is this the deal? Well, first of all, international banking, what they call offshoring, is where it doesn't have to be on an island, although island nations are really good for it. Luxembourg and Switzerland are other examples of places where they have different banking laws that allow for a little bit more secrecy. Now, offshore banking actually began more with, you know, the drug cartels and illegal money laundering schemes. Today, it's not so much that; it's more the tax havens. People are looking to shelter some money. Now, in the IRS, if you're an American citizen filling out a tax form, there's a question that says, "Do you have money in a foreign bank account?" And if you say no when you really do, that's perjury, and it's probably a felony. I'm not sure exactly, but anyway, it is illegal. In this case, many people have money in the Cayman Islands. There's some advantages, actually, because of the ability to flow from the Cayman Islands into Britain, since the Cayman Islands are a British overseas territory. So they're not technically an independent country, because they didn't declare their independence, but they do have their own passports, they have their own currency, the Cayman dollar, and they are, for all intents and purposes, independent, still part of the Commonwealth. So they've been a very lucrative place to hide money, so to speak. Back in the 2012 election, it was very famous. Barack Obama accused Mitt Romney of having money in the Cayman Islands, and therefore was offshoring and hiding his assets and so on. But of course, Obama had money in a hedge fund, and the hedge fund had money in the Cayman Islands. So the truth of the matter is, many people have money in the Cayman Islands, whether they realize it or not. So now it's insurance companies, hedge funds are all putting money in the Cayman Islands more for tax purposes than for laundering illegal money from underground operations, the underground economy. So lots of reasons why a place like this becomes a financial sector. It grows in this economy, even though it could just as easily be a nothing economy with growing a few coconuts and things like that. So they've become a huge financial center here in the Cayman Islands.
You know that, you know.
All right, that's about it.